You can purchase and things you can build yourself, and what are the advantages of both. I'm excited to bring this to you guys and see what we can. Yeah, all right, we're here live today from the Fence University. Today we're lucky enough to have Troy Hawkins. If you don't know him from Cellgate, well, who am I kidding? You probably already know who he is. I think any event that's out there for the gate and access industry, you're pretty much there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But anyway, we got him here today helping out with some of the training for the Fence University, and we've got a full classroom in there. So you're coming on this afternoon?
Absolutely. I'll be on this afternoon teaching class and on cellular access control and telephone entry.
Yeah. So tell us all about cellular access control now. I mean, I started off, it was all just phone lines in there. We had all that humming in it, and we put magnets on the end. I don't know if you remember any of that.
Absolutely. The old tip and ring phone lines, they're dead. They're going away. The phone companies have already announced in several states that they're no longer going to be supporting copper line. A lot of places are pulling fiber right now. And once that goes in place, a lot of the old telephone entry systems are not going to be functioning anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an option to go either cellular or network devices for your telephone entry, for your access control.
So you say they're going to stop working one day.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be all cellular, you think, everywhere.
Absolutely.
So how does the cellular work? Is it something that they're getting SIM cards for? Is it built in? Do these units come ready to go out of the box? Is it a lot of work to set it up?
A lot of the telephone entry that are out there from other manufacturers, they require a bolt-on, add-on, some kind of thing to add on cellular. With Cellgate, one of our specialties, obviously Cell being in the name of the company, all of our cellular is built into our units. We started the company 17 years ago, and from our first device that we ever made, which was a cellular access controller, we've dealt with cellular.
So I'm assuming this is part of the cellular antenna on top. Is that what it is?
The cellular antenna on top. The cell modem is inside. All of our units have AT&T and Verizon in the box, so you can choose your network that you want to be on.
Is it something they connect to there? Like if I have Verizon, do I can add this to my account, or do we just run
so
through
all of our billing? So one of the unique things about Cellgate is that we are a cell company. We actually are a cell provider. Really? So we deal directly with AT&T and Verizon, and we set up the account. We are the billing company. We are the company that deals with Verizon and AT&T. So you don't have to do any of that.
Oh, wow. So do you have cell plans that will keep up with my teenagers, or?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. They'll figure out how to play games on this somehow. So, I mean, are we going to be able to stream Xbox through this or anything?
Absolutely. And one of the nice things about talking about streaming, one of the nice things is when you receive a phone call on our unit, when I hit the directory and I go to, and I call myself.
Let me see if I can show this.
Please wait while your call is connected.
And I'll show you on my phone. It's going to pop up as a phone call through the app. Oh, and we're going to have video.
Thank you and goodbye.
So we're going to have live video streaming through the app on the call. So you can actually see who's at your gate, live video, communicate with them, and you'll know who you're actually letting in the gate.
Wow. So how many you brought? I saw some boxes that came in here. You shipped these boxes to us 3, 4, 5 days ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's in these boxes? I mean, they're sealed up like it's like you're a government spy or something. You got these containers look like they're bulletproof or something.
So that's mostly so UPS doesn't damage my equipment.
Okay.
But in what we're showing here today, we're going to show everything from a single family residential unit all the way up to our large WXL multi-tenant unit.
Give me those model numbers off the top of your head.
So we have in the residential, we have a W410, we have a W450. The difference between those models is whether it does the video calling or not through the app. On the 410, you're just going to have a picture. On the 450, you're going to have video, live streaming video. When we move up from there, we have a unit like this, which is our W480. And then going from that, we have the larger unit, which is WXL.
This is a pretty large display. So this is not just a residential unit. I mean, I see in here when I go to the home screen a directory, access codes, leasing office. Well, that tells me obviously it's meant for multi-family. So this is interesting. A guest QR code. Does everybody have that in their systems?
Absolutely. So we have the ability to add any of these and take away any of these buttons. Number one, on access codes, obviously you know how access codes work. You type in your code, it's going to give you access. The leasing office is a direct dial button to the leasing office, so they're not having to If you want to come and rent an apartment, you don't have to go through the directory to lease an apartment.
Right.
The last one on here is the guest QR code. So through our app, you can send out a guest pass, which would be good up for 24 hours. So if I'm having a party on Saturday, I can send out a guest pass. I can email it. I can text it. When they get there, they hit the button. The camera's going to open up, and you're going to hold your phone up with that guest pass, and that's going to allow people to enter the property.
Wow.
The other function of that is a ongoing credential. So we can send out a guest pass. So if I have a housekeeper that comes every Wednesday, she's there from noon to 5. Her credential will only work Wednesdays noon to 5. And that is an ongoing credential. And also that resides in either the Apple Wallet or the Google Wallet. And that is every time it's used, it changes.
Let's run through some of these features while I got this thing positioned without the glare.
Sure.
Run through that directory setting.
So the directory, when I hit the directory, it's going to bring up a list. You can scroll through it just like on your cell phone. The next button, access codes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Access granted.
Access granted. There we go. The last one, it's a leasing office. When I hit this, it's going to dial that
Please
one
wait.
number.
No one is available
The
to
last
take your
one,
call.
like I said, the
Goodbye.
guest pass, that's going to bring up your camera, hold your phone up to it. It's going to give you access.
So that's really neat. I happen to have been lucky enough to install one of these years ago on a residential. It wasn't this fancy, but
Yep.
a smaller unit. I wish I could remember the exact brand of it. Worked amazing. I mean, went out there. Customer went in and signed up, I believe, for the cellular plan. So once we were done with it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just it must have worked flawlessly because no one's ever called me.
So one of the nice things about setting up our units on our residential units, the homeowner sets up everything through their app. They get register their unit. It comes with a packet. They scan that QR code. They're going to download the app. They register their unit right there. It's programmed. The installers don't have to do any programming at all.
So it appears is mounted on a typical gooseneck stand, or is there a special attachment we got to use with your system, or just
Nope,
any
it goes on a traditional gooseneck. Absolutely.
wall mount, anything like that? Do you have any recessed ones? At all?
Absolutely. So on the WXL, we have a recess, and we sell a recess kit. Has back box, has a trim ring, so you can recess it into a column or into a wall or whatever you want to recess that into.
Well, I appreciate the explanation. We're going to be installing at least one of these units at the class today.
Yes.
Is it today?
Absolutely.
Which unit are we going to install? Are we going to try to
We're
install?
probably going to do the WXL.
Okay.
It's a nice big unit. You can see all the insides. The guys will love wiring it because there's lots of space inside that WXL.
Awesome. So we're going to get some videos of that, and we'll bring that out there. Troy, thanks for coming over. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. We'll
Appreciate
see
it,
you
Brian.
guys in a little bit. We're going live again tonight.